Welcome back to Doc's Hotshop and Forge. We are now nearly finished with the rice chest project. We have the corner trims, hinges, hasp, handles now completed. The chest itself is progressing well. In this video we'll cover from layout of the parts to glue up. Now whilst this is primarily a blacksmithing channel, we do a lot of woodwork here, handles and such things that we make, the occasional bow and so on. So please don't let the lack of fire and sparks put you off. This chest is made from 235mm wide by 19mm thick pine boards. I don't have the lengths off the top of my head as I made this largely on the fly, but what I can do is if there's enough interest I can do up a PDF with the actual measurements and some drawings so you can replicate the chest if you so desire. So comment down below if you'd like to see that and I'll figure out some way to post it. Now for some housekeeping. Yes, I know I've missed a couple of video uploads. There's a lot going on here in Eastern Australia right now. We are once again on total fire bans. I have friends who have lost everything due to bushfires at the moment. And so I figure the better part of being responsible is to not do anything that might encourage fire at all. So for the next few videos, or at least until the fire bans are lifted and conditions improve, will be largely woodworking and housekeeping stuff, finishing off projects that don't require the use of grinders, welders and so on. So, seeing as things are catastrophic as far as fire ratings go, let's go cut some timber. So now that the chest is gluing up, it's time to get the hardware ready to mount. For this we'll be drilling holes, deburring, organising screws and such. So you'll have seen the previous videos with the making of the hardware. There'll be a playlist that I'll link to up here somewhere. So enjoy those videos in the meantime. And look out for the next installment in this series, which will be from glue up to fit out. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up, feel free to share on social media, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We are coming up on 500 subscribers, and if conditions improve, very soon we'll be making the 500 subscriber square punch, which will also be raffled off. For that video, it'll be a comments in the video or something. We'll figure that out as we go. So get out to your shop, have fun, but stay safe. And be aware that what we do as blacksmiths has a very high fire risk, and we should be socially responsible with that knowledge. So I'll catch you for the next one. So we're going to start laying out the timber parts that we need for this rice keeper. It's going to look a little bit like a Viking sea chest, just probably half scale. So let me get on with that, and then once I've got some parts up and cut out, then we'll get back to recording. So this is the floor or the bottom of the box. What I'm going to do is I'm going to route in a 1cm wide groove, or rabbet, there and there, so that I don't have to make as wide a rabbet for it in the end pieces to hold it in place. These are the end pieces. Now generally speaking, wood dust is not great for your lungs, hence the dust protection. So this is going to be the underside, so that allows me to move the groove up 5mm before going across. Okay. Quick reality check. 6 millimeters. So that is what we're removing. Now we have to do the measurements this way. We can't use a square because I've already tapered off this to form the trapezoid. A little trick to help prevent tear outs. Pre-score. It doesn't have to be particularly deep either. Just enough. So, we need to land 60 millimeters. Now I'm using a hand planer because these angles aren't 45 degrees, and besides which I don't actually have a router bit big enough to do this in one pass. Make sure these go back on the same sides. That will be the sides. Alright, let's mark those up. At the bottom, it'll be 21 millimeters, not 19. That's the first one laid out. That's the second one laid out. That's the first of the sides done. It fits quite snugly. That's quite good. But again, wish I had a clamp that could span across the base. So I will be going shopping this afternoon, I guess. Got my angles pretty close. I'll probably put some lining inside just to keep things neat and tidy. So yeah, I'm quite happy with how that's coming together. Alright, let's do that last side so we can mark up for doing the internal divider, which I've already measured up. So we can cut that out, route in the relevant grooves into the bottom on the two sides. A bit more of a trial fit up than this. Let's start doing the miters on the last one. Now the question does have to be asked, is this the most efficient way to do this? And, well, no. And miters probably aren't the strongest option either. Let's mark out the centre line so we can figure out where we're going to route the groove for the divider. First we're going to mark out the centre line. This thing tapers. We only added the one somewhere, we should add two. Use that for measure twice, cut once. Now we're just going to tidy these surfaces up a little bit. It's just a quick once over with the plane. Now we need to route around these three sides. So there, on both sides. So now that everything fits, it's time to glue this thing up and then we'll have a look at it in the morning. Get some glue happening. And that's it. We'll leave it like this overnight because the glue needs to set. So, yep, that's where we're at. Just need to cut the lid and make all the iron fittings to pretty it up. So now that the chest is gluing up, it's time to get the hardware ready to mount. For this we'll be drilling holes, deburring, organising screws and such. So you'll have seen the previous videos with the making of the hardware. There'll be a playlist that I'll link to up here somewhere. So enjoy those videos in the meantime and look out for the next installment in this series, which will be from glue up to fit out. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. Feel free to share on social media. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We are coming up on 500 subscribers, and if conditions improve, very soon we'll be making the 500 subscriber square punch, which will also be raffled off. So get out to your shop, have fun, but stay safe. And be aware that what we do as blacksmiths has a very high fire risk, and we should be socially responsible with that knowledge. So I'll catch you for the next one.